Hello dear students, this is Milind Patwardhan, your course instructor for the course on mathematical physics. Welcome to 4Pi Academy. Now in this lecture 4 on mathematical physics, we were discussing about the linear differential equations with constant coefficient. So in earlier lecture, that is lecture 3, we have seen that there are two parts for the linear differential equation with constant coefficient, that is the complementary function, and the second part of the solution is the particular integral. So the general solution of linear differential equation with constant coefficient is the sum of complementary function plus particular integral. So we have seen how to find the complementary function in lecture 3. Now in this lecture 4 we are going to find what is mean by particular integral. So here in this lecture we are going to discuss the rules for finding the particular integral. Then each type with a solved problem on it and solve problems from previous year question papers. So let us begin with our lecture 4 on mathematical physics. So the first type is to find the particular integral of the type where the particular integral will be defined as it is 1 upon f of d into x, where this x, if it is of the type that is e raised to power x, or sine of e raised to power x, or cos of e raised to power x, sec x, cosec x, tan x, cot x, log x, 1 by x, 1 upon 1 plus x square. So whatever, if this x, if it is any one of the following type like this, and if this f of d is of the type d minus a, then 1 upon d minus a into x will be equal to e raised to power ax into integration of e raised to power minus ax into x dx. So this is actually the standard definition to find the particular integral. We'll see some shortcut methods to find the particular integral in the coming slides also. So for particular integral, you have to remember that if this f of d is of the type that is d minus a, then it will be 1 upon d minus a into x, where this x can be any of the following, that is this x can be e raised to power of the form that is e raised to power x, or this sine of this, or and so on. So for all such types we can solve the particular integral by this method, that is e raised to power ax into integration of e raised to power minus ax. So here just there is a change in sign into x dx. So here this x will be your type, that is it can be sine of e raised to power x or cos of e raised to power x, anything, whatever here this x is, that x will be reflected over here. Okay, now let us take one problem, and from that problem you will have a clear understanding of what we have discussed in this first slide, how to find the particular integral. So we have given the differential equation, which is d2y by dx square plus 3dy by dx plus 2y equal to sine e raised to power x. Now the auxiliary equation is d square plus 3d plus 2 is equal to 0. So by factorizing this we get d equal to minus 2 or d equal to minus 1. So we know what is mean by complementary function and how to write the complementary function, which we have seen in earlier lecture. Here roots are real and different, so it will be c1 into e raised to power minus 2x plus c2 into e raised to power minus x. Now the particular integral will be equal to, it is 1 upon d plus 2 into d plus 1. Here these are the roots. So it is 1 upon d plus 2 into d plus 1 into my type x is now this sine of e raised to power x. So for solving this type, it will be first I will keep this 1 upon d plus 2 as it is. So it will be 1 upon d plus 2 into for this part first, that is 1 upon d plus 1, I solve this equation. So it will be, now here my d minus a, so it is a is minus 1, so minus minus, that is plus. So my form d minus a, for d minus a, this is of the form d minus a f of d, and so here my a is minus 1, so that will be equal to e raised to power, look at here again, so this is e raised to power ax, so my a is minus 1, so that will be equal to e raised to power minus x into e raised to power minus ax, so here it will become e raised to power minus minus 1, so that is plus x, so it will be e raised to power x into my x, so this my x is, this x is sine e raised to power x, so this is sine e raised to power x dx. So this will be equal to 1 upon d plus 2 into e raised to power minus x into, now this integral, that is e raised to power x into sine of e raised to power x dx, it can be solved by a standard integral, and that standard integral is, you have to remember this standard integral, you have to remember this formula, that is integration of sine of f of x into f dash of x dx will be equal to minus cos of f of x. So here this sine of, if I consider this as e raised to power x as f of x, then it will be sine of f of x, and this is multiplied by f dash of x, because because derivative of e raised to power x is again e raised to power x, and therefore this is sine of e raised to power x into derivative of e raised to power x is again e raised to power x dx. So this is of this form, and therefore it will be equal to minus cos f of x, where f of x is e raised to power x, and therefore this integration is equal to minus cos f of x is e raised to power x, and this should be multiplied by this 1 upon d plus 2 into e raised to minus x. For cos also there is a standard integral, that is integral cos of f of x into f dash of x dx, that should be equal to sine of f of x. So if you remember this integral, then it will be easy for you to solve the equation. So now this will be equal to, now the second part, so here now it will be d minus a, so here a is now minus 2, so it will be this minus sign, you have to take it outside the integral, so minus, then it will be e raised to power, now here a is minus 2, so it is minus 2x into integration of e raised to power minus ax, so here minus minus it becomes plus 2x into, now again this term, that is e raised to power minus x into cos of e raised to power x dx. So this will be minus e raised to power minus 2x into integration of this e raised to power 2x into e raised to power minus x, that will be equal to e raised to power x into cos of e raised to power x dx. So again this integral is in the form of this standard integral. So because here this is, if I consider this e raised to power x as f of x, then the derivative of e raised to power x is again e raised to power x, so this is of the form, that is integration of cos of f of x into f dash of x dx, and its integral is sine of f of x, so it will be sine of e raised to power x, because f of x is e raised to power x. So this will be equal to minus e raised to power minus 2x into sine of e raised to power x. So this is my particular integral, and we have already calculated what is the complementary function. So complementary function is c1 into e raised to power minus 2x plus c2 into e raised to power minus x, and therefore our general solution is the sum of complementary function plus particular integral and hence the total solution or general solution is complementary function. So this is my CF plus my PI, that is particular integral. So this is my particular integral. Okay. Now let us discuss another type. So this is a shortcut method. If this x is of the type e raised to power ax, then 1 upon f of d into e raised to power ax will be equal to e raised to power ax upon f of a, provided, here there is a condition that provided this f of a, it should not be equal to 0. And if it is of the form that is 1 upon d minus a raised to r into e raised to power ax, then it will be equal to x raised to r upon r factorial into e raised to power ax. Now let us look at one problem on this. So d square plus 13d plus 36y is equal to e raised to power minus 4x. So auxiliary equation is d square plus 13d plus 36 is equal to 0. If you find the roots, then d will be equal to either 9 or minus 9 or minus 4. So again roots are real and distinct, so complementary function is c1 into e raised to power minus 4x plus c2 into e raised to power minus 9x. Now the particular integral will be equal to 1 upon this d plus 9 plus d plus 4 into e raised to power minus 4x. So that will be equal to e raised to power minus 4x divided by, now here I keep this d plus 4 as it is, because if I put here d as minus 4, then minus 4 plus 4, that will be 0, and hence I keep this d plus 4 as it is. Here if I put d as minus 4, then 9 minus 4, that will be 5. So here I can substitute the value of a over here, and therefore I will first calculate it by keeping this d plus 4 as it is for this term. So it will be equal to e raised to power ax, so it is e raised to power minus 4x divided by f of a. So here by substituting the value of a, it doesn't become 0, so it doesn't become 0, and therefore it will be minus 4 plus 9, so that is 5. So that particular integral will be equal to e raised to power minus 4x divided by 5 into, now this is d plus 4 raised to power 1. Now it is of the form of this, that is 1 upon d minus a raised to power r into e raised to power ax. So now I can apply this rule over here. So I keep this 1 upon 5 constant as it is into, now this is d minus a, so here my a is minus 4, so now it will be of this form. So it will be x upon as it is raised to 1, because here r is equal to 1, here the value of r is 1, and therefore it is 1 by 5 into x raised to r is 1, so it is x raised to 1 divided by 1 factorial into e raised to power minus 4x. So that will be equal to x by 5 because 1 factorial is 1, so it is x by 5 into e raised to power minus 4x. So this is my particular integral. So the general solution is sum of complementary function plus particular integral. So this is the complementary function and this is my particular integral. Now here you can pause the screen, you can pause the video and note down the exercise for you which on the type which we have discussed. And so here this is the question, that is d square plus 5d plus 6y is equal to e raised to power x, and try to find the answer and whether the answer matches with the answer which is given in the slide. Try to do it on yourself. Just to give the hint, this is the complementary function and this is your particular integral. So this part is your complementary function and this part will be your particular integral. try to solve this problem on your own. Then the next type, that is when this x is of the type which is a sine of ax plus b or cos of ax plus b, then 1 upon f of d square sine ax plus b will be equal to sine ax plus b divided by f of minus 1 into a square, provided that f of minus 1 into a square is not equal to 0. Similarly, we can have another rule, that is 1 upon f of d square cos ax plus b is equal to cos of ax plus b divided by f of minus 1 into a square, provided that f of minus 1 into a square is not equal to 0. Let us take one problem on this. So it is d square minus 4d plus 4y is equal to 4 into e raised to power 2x minus cos of 2x. So the auxiliary equation is this, which is d square minus 4d plus 4 equal to 0. So d minus 2 twice, and hence the root is d is equal to 2 twice. So here, since the roots are real but they are equal, and hence the complementary function will be equal to c1 plus c2x into e raised to power 2x, and the particular integral will be equal to 1 upon d minus 2, since it is twice, so I can write it as d minus 2 square into x. So this is my x, where this x is equal to 4 into e raised to power 2x minus cos 2x. So this will be equal to 4 into e raised to 2x upon d minus 2 square minus 4 cos 2x divided by d minus 2 square. So this will be equal to, now here this is of the form 1 upon d minus a raised to power r. So it is 4 is constant, so 4 into this will be x raised to power 2, because here r is 2, so it is x square divided by 2 factorial into e raised to power 2x minus this 4, and I again write this d minus 2 square as a minus b square. I can expand this, so it will be d square minus 4d plus 4 into cos 2x. So that will be this 2 factorial is 2, so this 2 goes off with 4, and here we remain with 2. So it is 2 into x square into e raised to 2x minus 4 upon, now here we are using this type, that is sine ax or cos ax, sine ax plus b upon f of d square. For the value of this d, we are going to substitute minus 1 into a square. So here it will be minus 1 into a square. So here my a is 2, so 2 square is 4, so it will be minus 1 into 4 minus 4 d plus 4 cos 2x. So that is 2x square into e raised to power x plus this minus minus will be equal to plus, and this is minus 4 plus 4, that will be 0. So this minus 4 plus 4 will be 0, and this minus minus will become plus, and this 4 and this 4 will go off, and therefore we remain with plus 1 by d cos 2x. Now since this 1 by d operator we have already seen, we have already defined this operator as 1 by d is equal to integration. So this is an integration operator, and therefore this will be equal to 2x square into e raised to power 2x plus this 1 by d is integration of cos 2x dx. So that will be 2x square into e raised to power 2x plus integration of cos 2x is sin 2x by 2, and hence the general solution will be complementary function plus particular integral. So complementary function is this. So this is the complementary function plus particular integral is 2x square into e raised to power x, e raised to power 2x plus sin 2x by 2. So this is my particular integral, this is my complementary function. So this is the complete solution or general solution. Again, here I am giving you one problem as an exercise, that solve the following differential equation: d2y by dx square plus 6y is equal to sin 4x. So here this x is of the type which is sin ax. This x is of the type which is sin ax plus b. So here this b is 0. So this is the answer. Now again try to solve it on your own as a practice problem. Then the next type, that is when this x is of the type x raised to m. So then 1 upon f of d, that is particular integral 1 upon f of d x raised to m will be equal to 1 upon 1 plus minus z into x raised to m. So this will be 1 plus minus z raised to minus 1 into x raised to m. So here this 1 plus z raised to minus 1 is equal to 1 minus z plus z square minus z cube plus and so on, while this 1 minus z raised to minus 1 is equal to 1 plus z square plus z cube plus and so on. So here you have to remember that if here the sign is minus, then all the terms are plus, and here if it is plus, then the terms are alternately minus and plus. That you have to remember. So here you have to convert it in the form that is 1 plus minus z raised to minus 1 if it is of the type which is x raised to m. Let us take an example and then you will have a clear understanding of the type. So let us take a problem that is d square plus 4y is equal to sine 3x plus e raised to power x plus x square. Now the auxiliary equation is d square plus 4 is equal to 0. So d square will be equal to minus 4. So d is equal to plus minus 2i, because this will be minus square root of 4 and it will be square d will be square root of minus 4. So square root of 4 is 2, but square root of that is plus and minus 2, and the square root of square root of minus 1 is I. So it is plus minus of 2i. So the complementary function here now it is of the form that the root is of the form which is alpha plus beta I, alpha plus minus beta I, but here the value of alpha is 0. So since the value of alpha is 0, we have only beta, and therefore complementary function will be equal to c1 cos beta x plus c2 sin beta x, and this should be multiplied by e raised to power alpha x, but since alpha is 0, so e raised to power 0 is 1, and therefore we have only the complementary function as c1 cos 2x plus c2 sin 2x. Okay. Now coming to the particular integral. So particular integral will be equal to 1 upon d square plus 4 into x. So I separate out here these terms. So it will be 1 upon d square plus 4 sin 3x plus 1 upon d square plus 4 e raised to power x plus 1 upon d square plus 4 x square. Actually we are interested in this part because we are looking at this type. We have already seen this, how to solve this type, that is e raised to power x, as well as this type, that is sin 3x. So okay, so this will be equal to 1 upon, here if I put the value of d as minus 1 into a square, then it doesn't become 0, so it is allowed, and therefore it will be minus 1 into 3 square, that is 9, plus 4 into sin 3x. So this is very simple. So this is minus 9 plus 4, that is minus 5. So it will be minus sin 3x by 5. Then plus for e raised to power x, if I substitute here 1, then it doesn't become 0. So it is allowed, and hence it will be e raised to power x divided by 1 plus 4. So this is again simple. So the first part is minus sin 3x by 5 plus e raised to power x by 5. Now for simplicity and in order to avoid the errors while performing the large number of steps, so here you can do one thing, that you can make this recurring term to be denoted by another term, that is say a, जैसे मैंने यहाँ पे किया हुआ है. Then this plus it is 1 upon 4 into 1 plus d square by 4 into x square. So now we need to make this term in the form which is this 1 upon 1 plus z or 1 plus minus z raised to minus 1. So if I make this, it is already in this form, that is 1 plus z 1 plus d square by 4. So it is already in the form which is 1 plus or minus z. So that will be a, where this a is, we already done this part. So this is a plus 1 by 4 into, now this will be 1 plus d square by 4 raised to minus 1 into x square. So since here this term is plus, that is of the order which is 1 plus z of this form. So whenever there is a plus sign, the terms are alternately plus and minus. So here it will be a plus 1 by 4 into 1 minus z plus z square minus and so on. So the terms will be alternately minus and plus. So here it will be 1 minus z. So 1 minus z will be d square by 4, because this z is d square by 4, then plus z square. So z square will be d square, square of d square, that will be d raised to power 4 divided by 4 square, that is 16, minus and so on into x square. Now here this d, we have already defined what is this operator d is. This operator capital D is d dx, and therefore when we operate this operator d on x square, the value of that will be equal to 2x. And if we again operate this operator, then it is called as a d square. So d square is d2 by dx square. So when d2 by dx square is operated over x square, it will be equal to only 2. And if I operate this third time, that means if the operator is d cube, then the derivative of this 2 is 0, and therefore d cube will be 0. And hence in this term, this d raised to power 4, since d cube is 0, and therefore d raised to power 4 will be obviously 0. So this term there is no need to write in this equation, and hence it will be a plus 1 by 4 into 1 minus d square by 4 into x square. So it is a plus, this is 1 into x square, so that will be x square by 4 minus 1 by 16, 4 into 4, 16 into d square x square. So this is a plus x square by 4 minus 1 by 16, and if I operate this d square on x square, its value is 2. So this is 2. So here this 2 will go off with this 16. So here we remain with 1 by 8. So now we can again keep back this a, which is minus sine 3x by 5 plus e raised to power x by 5 plus, now this is our value, which is x square by 4 plus 1 by 8. So this is my particular integral, and if I have been asked to find the general solution or the complete solution, then my complete solution will always be the general solution or the complete solution will always be the sum of complementary function CF plus particular integral, that is PI. Okay. Then one more type, that is if this x is of the type which is e raised to power x into v, then the particular integral will be 1 upon f of d into e raised to power x ax into v, can be written as e raised to power ax into 1 upon f of d plus a into v. Let us take one example. D cube plus 3d square minus 4y is equal to x into e raised to power minus 2x. So it is of the form like this, e raised to power ax into v. So e raised to power ax into v. So here the auxiliary equation is d cube plus 3d square minus 4 is equal to 0. Now we cannot have the factorization of this equation, so we can solve this by synthetic division method. So we here write the coefficient of d cube as 1, then coefficient of d square as 3, then coefficient of d as 0 because there is no term of d. So we can write the coefficient of d as 0 and minus 4. then here we can choose any arbitrary value over here, so that here we want that the sum should be 0. So let us try with the value as 1. So if I take here 1, then this 1 should be as it is over here, then 1 into 1, that is 1. So this is 3 plus 1 is 4, then 4 into 1, that will be 4. So 0 plus 4, that is 4. 4 into 1 is again plus 4. So plus 4 minus 4, that is 0. And hence now we can write the roots as d minus 1 into d square minus 4d. d square minus 4d plus 4 is equal to 0. So d will be equal to 1, or d plus 2 twice, that is d plus 2 into d plus 2 is equal to 0. So d is equal to minus 2 twice. So the complementary function will be c1 into e raised to power x for this first part, and since d is equal to minus 2 twice, so since the roots are real and equal, so for this second part we can write as c2x plus c3 into e raised to power minus 2x. So we have already seen this. So this is the complementary function. Now let us come to the particular integral which we are interested in for this lecture. So the particular integral will be equal to 1 upon d minus 1 into d square plus 4d plus 4 into x into e raised to power minus 2x. So that will be equal to 1 upon d minus 1 into d plus 2 whole square into x into e raised to power minus 2x. So this will be equal to e raised to power minus 2x into 1 upon, here you have to make it to f of this e raised to power ax into 1 upon, you have to make this f of d to the form which is f of d plus a into v. So here it will be d plus a. So here a is minus 2, so it will be d minus 2 minus 1 into d minus 2 plus 2 square into x. So this will be e raised to power minus 2x into 1 upon this is d minus 3 and this is d square into x. So this will be e raised to power minus 2x into 1 upon d square into 1 upon, here I take minus 3 as common, minus 3 outside the bracket. So it will be 1 minus d by 3 into x. So this is e raised to power minus 2x into 1 upon d square into this will be minus 1 by 3 into if I take this into the numerator, then it will be 1 minus d by 3 raised to power minus 1 into x. So this will be minus 1 by 3. I take this minus 1 by 3 outside it because this 1 by d square is our double integration. But this is constant, so I can take it outside the double integration. So I write this 1 by minus 1 by 3 into e raised to power minus 2x into 1 upon d square into 1 minus d by 3 raised to minus 1 x. So now I can expand this. Now since here the sign is minus, that is 1 minus z, so it is 1 plus z square and so on. So all the signs are plus. So this will be minus 1 by 3 into e raised to power 2x into 1 upon d square into 1 plus d by 3 plus d square by 9 and so on into x. But since if you operate this operator capital D on x, then it will be equal to 1, and d square on x, then it will be 0. So this term, there is no need to write this term, and hence it will be equal to minus 1 by 3 into e raised to power minus 2x into 1 upon d square into this is x into 1, that is x plus 1 by 3. So this will be minus 1 by 3 into e raised to power minus 2x, because here this d operated over x, that is equal to 1, so it is 1 by 3. Now we keep this factor is as it is, then it is 1 upon d and to integration of this is x plus 1 by 3 dx, which is equal to minus 1 by 3 into e raised to power minus 2x into 1 by d. Solving this integration, we get it as x square by 2 plus this is as x by 3. Again integrating this, because 1 by d is our integral, so again integral of this x square by 2 plus x by 3 dx. So this factor is as it is, and the integration of this will be x cube by 3 into 2, so it is 6, plus here it is x square by 2, and that 2 into 3 is 6. So this is our particular integral. Then we take one problem from GATE 2010 exam. The solution of the differential equation for y of t, which is d2y by dt square minus y, is equal to 2 cos h t, subject to the initial condition that y of 0 is equal to 0, and dy by dt at t is equal to 0 is also 0. And here the options, that is a, b, c and d, are given. So the auxiliary equation is d square minus 1y is equal to 0. So we get the root as d is equal to plus or minus 1, and hence the complementary function will be equal to c1 into e raised to power t plus c2 into e raised to power minus t, because roots are real and different. Then the particular integral will be equal to 1 upon d square minus 1 into 2 cos ht. So it will be 1 upon d square minus 1 into 2 times cos ht, can be written as e raised to power t plus e raised to minus t divided by 2. So this will be equal to 1 upon d square minus 1 into this 2 gets cancelled, so it is e raised to power t plus 1 upon d square minus 1 into e raised to power minus t. So the answer is, it is t by 2 into e raised to t minus t by 2 into e raised to minus t. So my y, that is complete solution y, is equal to complementary function, which is c1 plus c2, c1 into e raised to t plus c2 into e raised to minus t, plus my particular integral, which is t by 2 into e raised to t minus t by 2 into e raised to minus t. Now here y of 0 is equal to 0. It implies that if you substitute here the value of t as 0, your value of y is equal to 0. So it is c1 into e raised to 0 plus c2 into e raised to 0 plus this is 0 by 2. So if I put here the values of t as 0, then finally I will get the answer as c1 plus c2 is equal to 0. Also dy by dt at t is equal to 0. So first we calculate what is dy by dt. So let us differentiate this y with respect to t. So differentiating this y with respect to t, we get the answer as c1 into e raised to power t minus c2 into e raised to minus t plus t by 2 into e raised to t plus half e into e raised to t plus t by 2 into e raised to minus t minus half into e raised to power minus t. So you can solve this and you will find that this is the correct answer for dy by dt. Then since dy by dt at t is equal to 0, it is also 0. So now we again substitute the value of t as 0, and by substituting value of t as 0, we get c1 minus c2 plus 0 plus half plus 0 minus half is equal to 0. So this plus half minus half will be 0, and hence c1 minus c2 is equal to 0. It means that c1 is equal to 0 and c2 is also 0, because c1 plus c2 is also c1 plus c2 is 0, and here since c1 minus c2 is 0, it means that c1 is equal to c2. It means that c1 is also 0 and c2 is also 0. Therefore this final solution y will be equal to t by 2 into e raised to power t minus t by 2 into e raised to power minus t, because this c1 and c2 being 0, so the complementary term will be 0. So only the particular integral will remain in the solution, and if I take this t as common, then it will be e raised to power t by 2 minus e raised to power minus t by 2. So this will be t into e raised to power t minus e raised to power minus t by 2, but this e raised to power t into minus e raised to power minus t by 2 is nothing but sine ht, and therefore this answer is y is equal to t into sine of ht. So from the given options, this option D, that is t sine ht, is correct. T sine ht is the answer. So answer T sin HT is correct. Okay, so we have taken all the types to find the particular integral. If you like this video, then please provide a review for the course if you like it. You can do this by visiting the review section as shown below. So here is the snap of the review section on our site, that is 4piacademy.com. You may also ask questions in the comment section of a lecture, which will allow us to serve you better. So here you can reply, leave your reply, post a comment, and you can ask the question to the course instructor. Thank you.